Hello, our names are Jasmine Morelos and Naomi Rodriguez, and our case title is Roe v. Wade.
Case overview. The plaintiff in this situation was Jane Roe, which is a pseudonym for Norma McCorvey. The defendant in this situation was District Attorney of Dallas County, Texas, Henry Wade. It all started in 1970. Norma McCorvey, a Texas resident, became pregnant and wanted to have an abortion. In Texas at the time, the law only allowed abortions if the mother's life was in danger. Attorney at the time, challenging the constitutional right of the Texas abortion laws. The case eventually made its way to the Supreme Court, where it was combined with a similar case, Doe v. Bolton.
Constitutional question. What constitutional issue was at stake? Does the Constitution recognize a woman's right to terminate her pregnancy by abortion? This issue remains central to debates over bodily autonomy, reproductive rights, privacy, and the role of government in personal medical decisions. It continues to influence U.S. politics, elections, and public health policies.
The final ruling, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Roe, declaring that the Texas law banning most abortions was unconstitutional. The vote count was 7-2, where the majority opinion was that a woman's right to choose to have an abortion fell within the right to privacy protected by the 14th Amendment. The court reached a conclusion of creating a trimester framework to balance the state's interest in regulating abortion with the woman's right to choose. During the first trimester, the state may not regulate abortion. During the second trimester, the state may impose rules reasonably related to maternal health. In the third trimester, once a fetus reaches viability, the state may make rules or prohibit abortions, except when necessary to preserve the life of the mother. The dissenting opinion was brought up by Justices Rehnquist and White. They argued that the Constitution did not guarantee a right to abortion and that states should have the authority to regulate or prohibit abortion.
Significance. Impact on law, society, and future cases. Roe v. Wade legalized abortion nationwide and established a constitutional right to privacy in matters of reproductive choice. It also shaped decades of political and legal battles over abortion rights. The case was a foundational precedent for later decisions like Planned Parenthood v. Casey in 1992, which modified but upheld the core right established in Roe. Also, it was overturned in 2022 by Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, ending federal protections for abortion and allowing states to set their own laws. Questions and our answers based on our own opinions. Was the case fairly decided? The opinion will vary depending on individual beliefs. A reasoned argument in favor. The court's decision protected personal privacy and autoimmunity, giving women control over their reproductive choices at the time when state laws were overly restrictive. A reasoned argument against. Critics argue that the court overstepped by creating a constitutional right not explicitly found in the text, and that abortion laws should be left to the state and voters.